And homies, buddy said Mr. Biebick from the comedy club said he was impressed with my execution. I went like this and I did a handshake for Buddy and other Buddy. I'd already handshaken Buddy a few times, but I thought on the way out, you know, and these guys made me laugh. They made me laugh big time. So we had El Muro. You want to Instagram him? You can. At El Muro. ELMURO. Funny dude from Winnipeg. And then we got, I apologize, dude's wide open, flying. Something Biebick, he's Italian, probably rich, doesn't need any of the money, so skip him. The other guy's really cool. And super cool, man, from Winnipeg. Shouts out, you know, you won me over, buddy. You had good jokes, you know, I learned from you, and I like your release onto it. I went Super Mario'd, of course. Comedy club, and they call me Super Mario, okay? They don't. If they did, I'd be the one. Have a good time, chilling, you know. I'm Viking, I might add a couple slurps and a sip here and there. Like a little squeeze on an iceberg, you know what I'm saying? I think it's 9 p.m. This is just barely getting the whistle wet. You know what I mean? At this point, it could be 35 bucks in, looking to spend about 240, 250 tonight, just on the bevies, you know? Anything else is totally free for the hash man, obviously. I am the boss. What? Oh yeah. Middle-aged white man. What do we got? We are braggers. What do we brag about? Well, Buddy says, my Yeti cooler. Hi, Bumdia. Bumdia, here's your honorary mod stick. You're the only mod in the channel right now. I hope you're impressed with that right now. Maria Martinez. What time is it? What time is it where I am? That's an interesting question, Maria Martinez. That's a very interesting question you pose to the hash man. I'll tell you, Maria Martinez, it's 9:30 p.m. here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. There's no shame in my game. Dia says hello with the wavy waves. It's all good. This is a road. We're going to show you how to properly pass a cyclist who's doing their thing properly, completely visible. What do you call it? Reflective clothing with a headlight on the bike. Yeah, reflective gear. Good word. One thing I didn't do tonight, I recommend all people this winter, I still say we're in fall. I'm finding that a little bit hard to believe now with a little bit of, excuse me, pardon me.
It's a little chilly. I mean, it's only -5, but it's
got some kick
damp.
to it. It's the dampness, yeah.
Yeah.
Me, 9:37. Are you in Texas, Maria Martinez? There's no shame in your game wherever you're from. I'm gonna guess you're in Texas. Yo, Alistair says, Alistair, that's a cool name. Alistair Crawley, and then before Alistair Crawley, there was an Alistair on the TV show You Can't Do That on TV, and the child's name, blonde actor, was Alistair, actually. And the girl who always referred to him was a brunette. It was a black-haired female. You Can't Do That on Television is an infamous TV show here in Winnipeg. It doesn't matter where you live. Something that influenced every single person who's been and come through Winnipeg is a TV show called You Can't Do That on Television. It was a infamous TV show.
Right,
yeah,
they're like,
look at this.
About it.
Look at this, eh? Bumdia, I loved that show. Oh my goodness, Bumdia. Oh, friendly, nice hugs for you, Bumdia. Oh my goodness, you watched You Can't Do That on Television? And you're America? Is it an American show now? Now I want to learn more about it. So, there's a TV show called, Frankenstein? House of Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
House of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
There's a TV show called House of Frankenstein. And the actor ends up being a gentleman. The main actor from House of Frankenstein, he plays a variety of characters within that show. House of Frankenstein. Oh, it's called House of Frightenstein, isn't it?
I think so.
House of Frightenstein. That show
I mean, I was young.
was
the
the gentleman is he's an actor from Montreal. He ends up going on the David Letterman show or the Jay Leno show circa 1990s, early 90s. This dude ends up playing Griselda. He plays Count. There's other characters he plays. This is the dude that I mimic on my show. It's not just him. The Wolfman is where I get my line. The Hash Man. Ow! And there's other parts to that. When you see certain things, influence is so great. Even though these shows don't exist anymore, in daytime TV, the way that they were featured back in the day, for everybody to watch on what they refer to as now as prime time, you can still catch a glimpse into my past on YouTube. I'm going to be contacting, one thing I don't do is play. I'm contacting House of Frightenstein, the creators, the owners, and the ones who own the rights, the mineral rights, we'll refer to this as from now on. I will be going to them to have them allow me to put every single episode of those shows on the WOWINFO show. Whether I have to buy the rights to this, I'm doing it. Black ice. This is black ice, glare ice. The wife is slowed down. She's reduced her speeds drastically. Look at that glare ice.
When I'm driving in the
Look at it.
non-glare.
Yes, and she's driving in the non-glare, which it's actually quite hard to find a spot. It's in the middle. You can see it here. Ice rink. Right here, safe zone, right? You get one tire in a safe zone. You get two tires in the safe zone when you put your first tire in the safe zone. Pay attention, yo. I play hockey, right on. Yes, familiar. Oh, very good one, yeah. Wow, you have snow, so lucky. It was on Nickelodeon. Very cool. Was it on Nick at Night, or was it just on Nickelodeon? Bumdia, how old are you, Bumdia? Are you 40? I'm born 1980, so there's my age.
I'm not doing the math, but I know the year.
Maria Martinez says I play baseball. My wife plays baseball. I play soccer and volleyball. Excuse me, I almost said basketball. I love basketball. I play basketball big time, but it's not my favorite sport. I play volleyball, badminton, soccer, floor hockey, road hockey, all the hockeys except for skating rink hockey. I'm not a big fan. I was born at 1915. Well, that's good. 7:15.
It's been like
yeah,
on enough, but
yeah.
The bridge looked pretty slick.
It does look slick. It looks dangerous slick.
Yeah.
Good eye. Excuse me. Good eye to notice it. I'm actually not sure what's going on with me. Something to do with the Super Mario, I think. Which is weird. I don't think tonight I didn't have as much as the other time, but man, my eyes are just watering and I kept yawning. And I was like, I want to make sure I do the exact proper. And today I actually nailed it. Wish it kicked in just a bit, like a hair sooner, but when it did, I was like, oh man, it was epic, yo. Every part of right now is epic, but I'm gonna be doing, just so you know, I'll be Super Mario again, like right away, no questions. It's the first time I've done a back-to-back, and there's a reason for this too. I've noticed my mind changing, my body changing, and just everything being better, right? Much better. Not that it wasn't great before. It made things better. Have you ever been like, oh, you know what? That massage made me feel even better than I felt before? Same concept. You know, some of these comedians, the way they tell the raw, cold hard truth.
It's all about delivery, you know?
Well, skip that.
Okay.
Yes, you're right.
But But they call it as it is.
Exactly. So they're not sugarcoating it. They're calling it as it is, like she said. I used a little bit of a different, not delivery, but I said a little bit of a different thing. But that's like that should. Let's just cut right to the chase. They're not sugarcoating it, right? Right? Like they don't. They're like, kids suck. Like, right, we failed. Let's start over.
Yeah.
Let's move away and start over. Can we drop our kids off at the fire hall? You know what I mean? Is it a thing? I'm obviously, to everybody out there, I'm teasing. But if you were a parent, you felt like a failure at some point in your life, whether you are or you aren't, whether your kid made you or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that is, you have felt like a failure at some point as a parent, right? Did I do the right thing? Kind of was how the whole thing went about it earlier.
Something's going to go like
haywire.
in at that time. Like, it's, you know, we're talking like, what, 18 years? Some maybe 12. Like, I mean, like, it just really depends on, you know, what neighborhood you lived in or who your cousins were, or, you know, like.
When you were watching a stream, someone started showing their bottom. Well, I apologize to you, Maria. You'll never see that on this show. And I'm sorry you had to deal with that. It's kind of what we were talking about at the comedy club, though. Like, people just got to kind of suck it up. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You didn't ask for it. The stream said they were baking cookies, and all of a sudden, some dicks just showing you their buns. You know what I mean? It clearly says hot dogs. They're all about the buns. You know what I mean? I get it. You're perturbed, right? Also, when people watch this channel and you're not being aggressively ignorant or rude, I'm not gonna burn you. I don't care how much others would love for me to pick up your beautiful juicy line that you've written to me there and just take you to town with it. I won't do that. I'm like a comedian. I will not tell you off unless you interrupt my show. How do you interrupt my show? It's very simple. If you fuck with my mood, you know? I have one feeling left, and it is a very big feeling. You can ask my wife, it's huge. My wife feels it all the time. But once that feeling's gone, you know, what's left, right? So I safeguard my feeling. I take care of it. I treat it like a princess, you know? I dress it in robes. Joke on school. Yeah, Maria, you are awesome, Maria. I have no clue what you're typing, but hola. If English isn't your first language, welcome to the show. If it is, oh, I'm so sorry for your parents, yo. So many people from Brazil watch the show, and you guys will have to understand that at some point. I love Brazilians so much. Brazil people, look at the art. Like, that is fucking art, man. When you spend your entirety, look, they did the back of their house where no one fucking can see. You know you are a serious goof when you do the back of your house. No one can see there. The front of your house, immaculate. Looks like Jesus Christ has shit right on your front lawn, and everyone deserves to see it.
Maybe it's not for everyone.
But the backyard, no one
Just
can fucking see. Even they're in the house. No one outside is flying
Like,
a fucking drone in February.
Right. Don't even look this way.
Don't even get me started. I'll tell you something. El Muro, shouts out to you, buddy. El Muro Instagram. If one of you dicks from this channel goes over to Instagram and no, don't bother. Forget that. I got in trouble one time. Let me tell you straight up. YouTube's the best. I have a hard time with some of the Google staff. They give me a real hard time. I gotta get off here because I'm gonna start swearing. I hope you all have a good night. I'll see you around. When I am rich, I'm buying Google. I'm firing all of them. All the gingers, you gotta leave, okay?